So you finish your secondary school studies or you got a degree and you're young, you're ambitious, and France is calling your name. But when you think of the paperwork, the costs, and all the hassle, you're not ready to do that. What I'm talking about today, the Au Pair visa, might be an answer to this calling that you have. This is really good because you just want to have a way to experience the culture, for a start. You don't want to move there and you're not ready for further studies. So my name is Adi Bukola. I've been 8 years in France. You can call me Adi, by the way. And I'm helping people navigate. So in case it's something you want to consider, you're not ready to make the kind of commitment for studies, or maybe you finished your degree and your French is not strong enough, and you want to see how it's going to come about if you can do it in France. I think the Au Pair visa will be a really great experience. I've been in France for 8 years and I've seen a number of expatriates go through this procedure. So I'm here today to break it down to you. Who is this kind of Au Pair visa meant for and what are the criteria? The Au Pair visa, which is officially called the Jeune Au Pair visa for France, is a kind of visa that gives you a cultural experience of France. It's not a work visa and it's not a student visa, just a cultural exchange. This is a very simple and structured program. This is how it looks in practice. You come to France and you are welcomed by a French family, and in exchange for your services, what are your services? You help with school pickups, you help with homework, you help with light household chores. And in exchange for that, the family will give you a minimum allowance of 320 euros. They will also pay for your French language classes that you'll be going for. They will also pay for your transport. They also provide a private room for you in their house. So the idea is that you're helping out a French family, you're just part of a French family. You go with them on trips, you live in their house. The maximum amount of hours you can work for them is 25 hours a week. So the rest of the time is yours. You can use that to build other cultural activities outside of the family. You can use it to do whatever you want. The program lasts for 1 year. The visa you receive is a 1-year visa, which can be renewed only once, giving you a maximum time on this visa of 2 years, after which you complete and then you have to go back home, or you find some other activity that will validate your stay in France. So that's the structure of the program. It's very simple, it's straightforward, and it's a budget-friendly way for you to experience the French culture without breaking the bank. You don't need to bring any proof of income because the family takes care of your living expenses. But of course, you can have some savings on the side. The requirement is that you have proof of a level of French, or that you're the A1, A2, or even B1 in French, and you want to better your level. That's what you need to bring. So what are the requirements for this visa? You're expected to have the post-secondary, if you just had your WIAC or your NECO, you're out of secondary school, or even your degree. Another thing, the one very important requirement is that you be between the ages of 18 and 30, maximum, between 18 and 30. Then you should have a basic level of French, A1, A2, not fluency, but something that shows that you've been working on your French. Another thing is that you must not have any children of your own. You must have a signed contract with an Au Pair family before you go to apply for the visa. You don't apply for the visa first. You have received the contract and then you apply for the visa. Lastly, the health insurance is up to you. You have to make sure you have a year of health insurance, that you're covered while you're in France before you come. These are the requirements. Very simple, very structured and straightforward. So for this Au Pair visa, I'll be addressing two kinds of profiles for this kind of visa. The first one is someone who just finished secondary school. You're not ready to go for studies abroad. You can't afford it yet. At the same time, you're you want to have the French experience, you want to go to France. So this is what happened. You apply for it, you go to France, you live with a French family who pay for your French classes. And of course, if you're living in the family, you're also speaking French. They're teaching you how to relate to them and things like that. Equally, you have a room of your own, you have an allowance, you have 25 hours maximum of work. So in a way, you're covered and protected a bit while you're on this kind of visa. This helps you to have a stronger foundation for what comes next, whether it's further studies, whether you go back to your home country and use the language that you have learned, the exposure that you have to find a job. So it's a fantastic offer. So the second profile that could probably be a good idea to go on this au pair visa is someone who has a bachelor's degree in French. So your French is not strong enough for you to go work with it immediately, and it's not strong enough for you to go ahead for a master degree in France. So what do? You go for the au pair visa. You work with the family for 25 hours a week, but you have to be really strategic. You are here. You're not here to play or to rest. You have to know exactly why you're there. It's the year for you to develop and brush up your French skills. So after the 25 hours you work with the family, make the best of it. Attend events, join an association, make friends, go for online free courses that certify you, so that when you are ready to go for your master, which will be, whether in France or elsewhere, all the certificates you have acquired from free trainings, free French classes, and everything will give you a strong foundation for the future, whether you're going to stay in France to do other things. Both of these profiles are valid. The point is that you have to just be intentional and know why you are there, so that at the end of the day you find that you've actually had the exposure, you have come and you have been able to do what you said you were going to do. So now I'm going to give you practical steps to make sure this program works for you. First of all, the first step is to find a French family. And make sure you go to reputable sites like Au Pair World and the others that I'll leave in my description below. Go there, do your research, find a good family, try to have a video call with them, ask them if you can speak to another au pair who has worked with them before, read reviews, and before you commit, before you sign any contract, make sure you ask specific questions. How many hours do you want me to work for you? What are the tasks that you want me to do? Specific answers, and one of the red flags you look out for is when they're not able to give you any direct answers. Vague answers are vague, and then they put pressure on you to quickly sign the contract. Where there's pressure, no, it's a red flag. So you take the time, interview them. If possible, if you're going on, especially secondary school students, make sure you go on a Zoom call with them and with your parent, a parent also in the picture, your own parent, so that at least they can exchange and then you know what the terms are. Finding the right family is the most crucial step, because this will dictate how your experience in France will be like. It can easily become a prison if you make the wrong choice of family. But if you have the right choice, you make the right choice of family, you find that you are actually growing, you're learning French. You ask specific questions about where your French classes will be, and how many meals you eat. You can be as specific as possible, of course, being polite, and especially a family that treats you with dignity and treats your off time. They respect your off time. So those are the questions to ask, and that's how to even make this success. Once you have found the right family and the contract has been signed, the next step is for you to go and apply on the France Visas website. And once you apply, submit the contract, submit your passport photographs, submit proof of your French level, presently. Also a motivation letter, expressing what your motivation is for wanting to go to France. All of these, you submit it, and it takes a couple of weeks. They'll go through your file and then get an answer. The third step is that make sure you treat your French learning classes as an investment. And what I mean by that is you have to be fully invested, participate to the maximum. This is a rare opportunity you have. You're in France, you're learning the language, and you are not emptying your bank account for that. So treat it as an investment. And the French families are legally required to pay for your French classes. Is very compulsory. If you don't have French classes, it could render your visa null and void. So they are legally obligated to pay for your French classes. That's the first thing. So attend your classes. Anything that is free, that is French training, that is, involved in professional work fairs, in your free time, make sure you sign up for everything. Do certificate courses if possible for French learning and all that. Maximize the time you are there with the family, your off time. Maximize it, use it to train yourself, to learn, to join associations, to, participate. The step four is that build your life while you are there in France. And what I mean by this is that take maximum use of the time you are there. Try to speak to other au pairs, join a community. Don't allow yourself to be isolated. Okay, build your life and then have social events. Try your best to attend social events. I also have to be very honest with you. Working as an au pair is not a glamorous job. It's not a glamorous thing. Of course, you're there to work and you have a purpose of learning French. Yeah, in the beginning, it's great. The kids are fantastic. They make you laugh. The family is welcoming you. You have meals with them. You're happy to have their experience. But very quickly, or even with a great family, you might begin to feel lonely or isolated. And if you're not in Paris, you're now in a little town or village outside of a big city. You're now in a rural place. You can feel easily isolated and sad. But this is normal. So just try to take this into account. There will be moments like that, especially if you're leaving home for the first time, where you feel lonely and sad. But it's just to pass it to pass, especially if, the family is a great family. It's just normal for you to feel lonely sometimes. Equally, you need, of course, you'll be given an allowance by the family of 320 euros, which cannot take you really far in France because you have other activities you want to participate in. You might want to travel on a weekend and do something for yourself. So budget well before you come. Have something on the side which is yours, some savings that you brought along on the trip, and you find that the experience is really great. At the end of the day, you achieve what you want to do. You speak French, and then it will help you also if you have further plans. The au pair people who go for this program that actually have a good experience are those that take the time to choose the right family, and they take their French seriously. I advise you strongly to go intentionally. You won't regret it. It's a wonderful experience. The au pair visa is temporary by design. You finish your secondary school, you finish your secondary school, you do the au pair program, and after this time you spend with the family, it puts you in a better position to apply for perhaps a degree, in France. At least your French is already B1, B2 level. The second group of people, maybe those that finished their first degree already before coming for the au pair program, it puts them on a better standing to find another job and go straight into the workforce with the French that they have, or it also helps them to just go up to a master degree in France, and they can go for their classes in French or English as they choose, but they are able to try. Equally, whether there's some people that after 1 year, the family, they learn the language, they go home, and this opportunity opens doors for them back home in the country where they're coming from. And there are those that stay up to 2 years, and it's still a fantastic experience. All of these are valid. Whether you stay, whether you go, it's a wonderful experience that can enrich your life and open doors for you wherever you find yourself actually. So whether you just finished secondary school or you just got your degree, the au pair visa is a truly great way to experience France if you don't have a large budget. I've been in France for 8 years. I'm not an expert at the relocation or culture or anything like that. But I've lived many experiences and I've seen many expats who do this, and I want people to get it right and come with strategy and intention and have a beautiful experience. So if you want to talk through specific situations one-on-one, there's a link below. You can click it and call. Equally, there's the free guide attached to the description below. So please subscribe for practical, honest information about France every week. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.